Hi, I'm Ghost, and welcome back to God of War Valhalla. Now, we ended on a sour note last time, but that was only because I had to go to sleep, and then get ready, and then go be an adult. Nuts to that. We're finishing this tonight, because Tyr's sitting up there with a badass katana and a really smug grin, probably, in the theater of my mind, and I'm gonna wipe it off.
Don't beat yourself up over that. Tyr's no slouch, and he's not holding back. Next time.
Yeah, Valhalla stripped me of all my powers when I first got here, and I haven't restored hardly any of them.
Well done, General.
Yeah, great. I did a real good job of getting my ass kicked.
Good. Valhalla recognizes your determination.
That's stuff you breathe.
Let it empower you as you evolve.
Proceed.
Last thing I told you was that I'd become an apprentice to a mage healer of renown. I learned much from her. Not just about the healing arts, but about how to live a complete life. A whole life. True to yourself. She was like a mother to me, which made it all the more painful when she too fell ill. It was the same illness that had taken my father. But this time would be different. It was my chance to apply everything she taught me to try and save her. Anyway, I think that's a good place to pause my story.
I don't like how this story's going. Sounds like it's got a tragic ending. Yes, because I willingly want to wear armor named after the guy that, what do you do? Oh yeah, ruined my life and killed my family. Well, the boy's life, here. Prizes.
Great progress, but always more to be done.
Survival is second nature. Focus on your intention, Kratos.
Okay.
Who wouldn't want to buy a slightly more hospitable environment?
Some of real tokens. Nope, not using those at all. What was the third tab again? Ah, offerings. Be nice if you could get that up to a pardon, high chance of finding it at level 2 and I don't know, even microscopic chance of finding it at level 3 would be awful nice. Oh. Oh, right, I can preview the cost. The only prime sets like strength and defense require divine triumphs intermittently. You know, let's just vitality real quick. Oops. Didn't mean to use the divine triumph. Crap. Luck is just generally the chance for special abilities or side effects to proc when designated. I don't think it has anything to do with stuff like critical hits. No. Okay. Now
You must admire Tyr's skill after so long in captivity. But don't hold back.
Little bit. The man hasn't lost a step. Applies his mark. Oh yeah. Okay. That's guaranteed stagger, and it's a decent chunk of bonus damage. What's like this? Get one of those bonuses running. Nah, if I'm not gonna switch to the bonus shield, I'm gonna stick with the what I still need. How the heck with it? I kind of warred with myself on whether I was going to switch over, but I think we'll just make this a grinding run. See if we can go for some upgrades.
What is the state of Svartalfheim?
It's been tough. The dwarves had been under Odin's thumb for so long. Now they're having to completely reshape their economy to provide for themselves again. Many are looking to Durlin and other outcast members of the old resistance for guidance. But thus far, he's refusing the call. The wounds are deep and will take time to heal. Once they do, Freya thinks Durlin would be a welcome addition to the council.
Leadership doesn't always fall to those who want it. In fact, it rarely does. Okay. What, get a split so soon?
Calliope's flute.
Whenever you're ready, brother. Take your time.
Valhalla has manifested another object from my past. A flute played by my daughter. It has much meaning beyond its sentimental value. The key for this oath. Ah. Helios' shield. And Pandora's statue. Bring out the axe. Come on, boys.
Behind you! Incoming!
Okay. Increase all shield damage. Successful blocks or parries now deal shield damage to my enemies. Shield strikes against status affected enemies consume the ailment. Cool. What do we got? Thought so. I'm not sure what the one I haven't used yet. The axe is. Here we go. Yep. Hell's Touch, Fog of Fimbulwinter, Helios Flare, and Atlas Eruption. And I think I finished the spear ones. Yep. Sacrifice chests. Complete challenges. Oh, those! There's a single one of them. And they're all hills. Saul's armor for completing the relics.
Lemire, what happened next with Sigrun?
She had introduced me as a good friend. And though I couldn't be entirely sure what she meant by it, for once I wasn't concerned with an outcome. Regarding Sigrun, I knew my answer was yes. The question itself seemed secondary.
You were not upset she called you friend.
Show me someone for whom friendship means lack of love, and I'll show you someone who wonders why their lovers never end up being worth their time.
Ooh.
Perhaps. But you did not express your feelings.
Oh, I don't think she could have escaped noticing them. I just never asked her anything I felt sure she'd have to refuse.
Yeah. Runic skill.
Big ball of light coming your way!
Owie. That hurt my feelings. Whee!
Watch your left!
I still can't think of a single elf pun. It really sucks. Hit the floor. Thank you. There's a huge disparity between the early part and the late part of a Valhalla run. Hell's Touch or Fog of Fimbulwinter? Nope. Oh yeah, the Hazard. And at level 2. Sweet.
Your relationship with Sigrun. Why so reluctant to tell her how you felt?
She was on the Valkyrie's path, preparing to transcend her corporeal form. That was her focus, chosen purpose, and I didn't want to suggest myself as an obstacle. I suppose I let some part of myself imagine she might recognize my affection, even reciprocate it. But now that we know what she was running from, obviously she'd never again risk choosing love over duty. A unique, heartfelt friendship, that is what could endure. And that is what I chose to embrace.
I'm guessing at some point she just looked over at him and said, "Stop being a coward and kiss me." Yep. Because it seems like something she'd do. She also seems like the type who'd fly out of a hole in space and kick me in the head about 5 or 6 times. But what do I know about her? Huh. That's weird. Couldn't get off the wall. Here we go. Yep. Flames of Anguish and Thrust of 1,000 Soldiers. think I've checked off both of those. Well, I know I've checked off the... yep. That's Axe, Dingus. Yep, Helios Flare and Atlas Eruption are the ones I'm missing. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna attempt to beat here. I just don't see it happening. Not on this try, at least. I do hope I get a hold of a couple of Leviathan crusts, though, because I do want to try getting a hold of the Superior Resurrection Stone, see if that gives me an edge. Translation? I suck, and I know it. Denied.
On your left.
Come here. Whew, I forgot about that one.
There's the one Valhalla singled out for you.
Show me. Please tell me it's not you. Good. Oh, it's you.
Right side.
Denied. Punted him out of midair. Nope. I'm up here. Come here, big boy. Oh, do the thing, do the thing, do the thing. Oh! God, that hurts to watch.
Ha! I knew you'd get that one.
Oh, man. Whew. Okay, and for anybody who's listening but not watching, screw excuses, I just want to emphasize this. He grabbed the thing's jaw and pulled all of the meat off its chest and left it dangling like a zipper. Then just pushed him over like a drunk. That is worthy of the third game, man. While using the axe, gain a moderate luck chance on hitting across an enemy. I'm seeing blessing in my neck. Increase crit attack resistance during a whirlwind sweep skill combo. First person in the action returns from the final hit, freezing nearby enemies. I'll take blessing with Runic. It's actually pretty easy to freeze enemies with the axe. Checking the map. Ooh, a piece of candy. Yep. Let's go. I swear to God, if they try to get me to jump into a giant painting, I'll leave. Need to restore rage. A bit of defense and a bit of runic. Actually, I really should be more conscious about it. Oh, right. These are glyphs and perks. I can just suck up on as many of those as I find. perk glyphs and enhancements.
Ready to move to the next space, brother? Should be clear. A little edge for this attempt, perhaps.
We'll take that. Yeah, this one's winning me over. That always was one of the more underwhelming rank attacks. It's really simple. It's not a lot of bang for a runic slot. No. What you got?
Anything seem worth the risk?
Famous now takes damage and loses rage when block broken. Frost Awaken, Flame Whiplash, have moderate chance left to transfer from the runic. I'm so glad I finished that Frost Rolling thing once, so I never have to pick it again. Although, if I use a spear against cold enemies to build resistance, I wonder if that would have made that any easier. Yep. That is a perk list. Sold. Go.
Is it worth what it'll cost you? I wonder.
Maybe. Blessing of Honor. Virtue. Where'd those come from? What's up? Nope. Come on, full rack. Joy. I punch you in the face. I ask you a question. Are you ready to die? So the answer was yes. And a flawless victory after that. Yeah. Anybody here is saying, oh yeah, you didn't throw that fucking damage, you did. Damn it, my self-esteem needs all the help I can get. New relic! What do we got? Bonus to melee damage. And yeah. Useful bursting down those ads.
Other choice you were given? To stay in Elysium with your daughter only to perish? Sounds like no choice at all.
Of course it was a choice. One I wished many times I'd made differently.
How so?
When I left Greece, Calliope was never far from my mind. I do not know how much time we would have had together in Elysium, but I would have traded the decades that followed for mere hours with her. It took meeting Faye for that feeling to go away, along with Calliope's song. But I do still think of her in Elysium, and hope she found peace.
I like to think that if Lysandra was with Calliope, then she'd have explained to her that whatever the reason was, Kratos certainly didn't mean to do it. But there's also the matter of the only thing that they could have understood was one moment they were at home, and the next they were in a temple filled with innocent people, and the last thing they saw was Lysandra saw the man she loved, but resented for his ambition, keeping him from home. Although that could have been by the wayside since that was the time. Running through a temple, slaughtering innocents with complete abandon for no apparent reason. And I don't know how it was looked upon at that point, but realistically, that should be no way for a Spartan soldier to act. And then Calliope saw her father murdering people that were screaming and running from him in fear for reasons she probably couldn't even grasp if she knew them. I don't know how old she was. I think she was just 5 or 6 at most. And then the last thing they remember seeing was him, covered in innocent blood, tearing through the two of them like a rabid tiger.
Hello, me again!
Even if Lysandra were to explain there had to be some reason for what he did, or it had to be a mistake or an accident, how could she really accept that? Like, murdering your own family isn't just a, oh, my bad, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was you.
Yes, yes, pick something and let's go!
It's just a difficult thing to move past. And this is my outside perspective as a schmuck from Alaska who... Well, I can tell you the wildest life experiences I've had, but they're kind of depressing. So let's just go with the time I got my leg eaten by a piece of gardening machinery and almost lost my foot. From the first-person perspective, how in the hell could you ever let that go? Although, the glimmer of hope that maybe he could someday move on from his deeds was the only thing that allowed him to awaken the hidden power in Pandora's box and let him beat Zeus once and for all. There you are! Yep, gotcha! Knock out.
Don't worry, Kratos. None of these foes are real, though they do feel pain. Isn't that funny? Thought you'd want to know.
Yeah, and they inflict pain.
Disrupted you halfway.
Sit down.
Wrong weapon, man.
Right, that is damage. I'd forgotten.
You took out Valhalla's target, in case you didn't notice in your killing frenzy.
47. Not enough to be worth going back for.
You're enjoying this.
Bet your ass I am. Like, you know, you can whack the Fae. Yep.
Shield, strike it now. Is that the aroma of lifted hardship?
Increases Statos Cragger resistance. Good lord, I actually just said that. Increase stagger resistance during the whirlwind sweep skill combo. Nice. Quick defense. Now I'm gonna turn around and go upgrade the runic attack I've collected before stepping onto that boat. Because, good god. Upgrade. Respect my artillery. Okay, before we head for the skiff, I'll be back in just a moment. And no, I'm not going to do the 88 Fingers Edwards bit. I have to save that for once per the game. Series, that was a word. I'm back, and as I was sitting down, I see this audio cue glossary. Hmm. Ugh. Spaghetti. Okay. Run, man.
Foul beast! I will send you back to the depths of Hades!
Siren is worth using rage on. You're not dying fast enough, woman.
Incoming back here.
Denied.
Watch out! Right side.
Nice. It's actually got quite a bit of vertical reach.
Right side. Incoming. Incoming. Right side.
Play with this. There's lots of them.
Getting siphoned. Right flank.
Denied. Give me that.
Left side, you butcher.
Stupid bird.
Behind you, idiot.
I don't know if the rolling was helping, but I had to do something. I don't like that one. But I do like this one. Oh no, 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 no. You don't exist. No, it's you that doesn't exist. Nope. Yeet.
And stay dead.
What he said. Oh god, I agree with Helios. Crystal rage is gained when attacking sets with enemies and using runic attacks. Hell yeah. Whew, shiny.
Charging at us.
Okay, that move is really growing on me.
We're burning. And things just not done. Did you forget that haste is a factor here?
Oh, fuck off. Oh, I won. Okay. Crusader resistance during the... Oh, fine! Jeez. Hit me in the face with it. I will take it. Running, running, running. Ugh. You know what? No, I don't want... I said I don't want to play with you!
Incoming dive!
Man. Oh, that's a Siren Arena. Ooh, there's the desert. But how do I get to it? Nope.
Untether yourself, man!
My rage. Goodbye, Olaf. Come here. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. What you got? Kill with an axe. Get luck. Mirror. Crap baskets. We're trying to get here before that happened. Cool.
There's the foe you need to go after! Incoming back here! It's in the ground!
Yes, I noticed. Get some hang time. Cut that out. Next.
Don't let him club us!
What? You don't want to be in the club? Nope.
More enemies left side!
Come here, big boy. I didn't need your help anyway. It was just convenient. Rude!
Orf! Orf!
Crap.
Left side! More enemies coming!
Go play with him! He likes you. Oh, wait. That was Carl and Tom. Those guys hate each other. Rock!
Charging at us!
No, it ain't! Okay.
Feeling a little crispy?
Feeling a little shut up? Sit down and go to bed.
No lost souls to be found in this desert. Just a bunch of kill-thirsty reprobates who can't seem to get out of your mind.
Hunter's armor. Don't remember which one that is, but cool. Last grasp. When Critter's health drops to a critical level, grants a short invincible barrier buff to strength, and health burst when complete. Or lots of runic cooldown to luck. I'll take this. Valhalla's chosen slain. 7 out of 6. Nice. Whew, that was fun.
Watch from underneath!
I have eyes and ears, Helios. Settle down. Did I throw you up there? Nope, you're down now.
Watch from underneath!
Hold still. Need to get you a point lobotomy.
Disrupted, you half-wit!
Cut that out.
Watch from underneath!
Do this thing. Thank you. You did it again. I didn't even have that.
I think you've met Valhalla's bloodshed quota.
Oh, and then some. I'm just trying to give it a healthy tip. Evasive cleanse. Or aggressive resolve. Takes reduced damage and has increased stagger resistance during his basic attacks and skills. Okay. You. Ooh. 2 of them. Is the other one the lowest or the mid? Eh.
Hit the glowing one before it closes
Ow.
Great job not hurrying. You two like your fights tougher. Oh.
A bunch of firecrackers go off. Sweet. How much longer, I wonder, before I go into one of those expecting something to happen? Nothing happens, and they pop out as soon as they open the chest. There they are. Hey, check out what I can do! Hang on. Just a thought. These guys have a serious fall damage debuff, so I should be able to just do...
More enemies on your left!
Come here, you. Okay, fine! Beat it!
Why are you using that weapon? Are you getting used?
Careful, Helios. It's almost sounding like concern.
You are enjoying this, aren't you?
I'm going annoying you. Stop doing that.
Only getting harder as you delay, Kratos.
Are we finished, annoying Kratos? With the level rating, the gutter these things are annoying. Or, no. Even these things are annoying with their level rating pumped a bit. I'm not sticking around for Red Skull level.
Well, better them than us.
Okay.
Oh, don't hurry up and make a decision on my account.
Okay. Fully healed. Good. Maximum mad. Hell. Yep. 3 extra lives. Ah. Low luck chance for successful hits to cause a soul explosion, dealing damage and restoring a relic shard, or drastically increased melee damage when below half health. Yeah. Bet your ass I'm buying a Divine Triumph. The whole donkey. We're currently packing something that just raises physical damage. Power protection. Yeah. I know exactly what I'm going to save that for. I just hope I don't screw up and use it on reflex. Frost, Wicked, and Flame Whiplash have a moderate luck chance to grant Blessing of Runic. Boost how quickly enemy stun bars drain. Nope. Glyph tablet is full. Full. I was wondering if activating that would give me, I don't know, extra elect charge, but yeah. Alright. Okay. Well, I got lots of leftover fleeting echoes, but I got nothing to spend it on except all that, and I don't have the cash. So, let's go die! The man himself.
Welcome, Kratos. Honor me with another sparring match.
Ugh, if this is what you call sparring, I'd hate to see you serious. He is the storm that is approaching.
Huxen!
Oh, he's switching between weapons.
Let our battle clear your mind.
Damn. Yes!
Be ready.
Oh, shit. I knew we were gonna do that, too. Damn, it ate him alive, though. Did I?
Huxen!
Storm of Bifrost. Oh, I see. Dodging forward is the opposite of what to do. Damn.
Huxen! Straight save! When
last we fought, I asked what was inside the box you opened. You told me fear, deceit, hatred.
Yes. Magnify what was already in the gods.
But you know very well there was something else. Come on!
You do not take a generous amount of damage, lady.
Arms up!
Dirty pools here. Come on. Changing it up again.
Hookson! Be ready. Don't you have a shield?
Shut up!
Don't get distracted.
Okay, that timing was pure coincidence.
Fight!
Hookson!
Soon tight.
Don't get distracted. Having fun yet?
Hell yeah!
Defend yourself.
Hey, I got 3 of those.
Hookson!
This is not hurting him hardly much at all.
You have more of that in you?
Not at the moment. He just asked if I've got another one in me.
Hookson!
Fight! Come on! Good reflexes. I'm impressed.
I fall into that again.
Arms up! Hookson!
Yes! I knew if I told myself I couldn't win, I would! Whew.
Stop, Kratos. I yield.
Hard fought.
You, sir, are a god of war.
Let's see what your mind has worked out.
My mind has got biceps at this point.
When the evils of the box were purged, what remained was hope, which you chose to release back to the world.
Yes.
And Athena was
After
pissed.
everything, you came back full circle to sacrificing yourself.
My death would have been just, but it was not to be.
Yes, you lived, and hope still lived inside you, from that day to this one. One might say you brought hope back to these realms after a long slumber. Box or no box, Kratos. Hope and fear and love and hate exist in every one of us. The question is, which will you choose to let guide your actions? Each choice we make shapes our world.
I see the truth of it.
And
Okay. Wow, so dark I can even see my weapons.
What can I say to you? I remember how it felt to take that throne.
Guys, Kratos is talking to
All
himself.
that it meant,
That's not healthy.
and all that it did not. A god of war. God of pain. Of suffering. Of destruction. And Owen said I chase redemption that I know I can never deserve. What does that make me? God of fools. A god of... hope. When all else is lost. You lost everything. And everyone. You became... There is no forgiving you. You chose! I chose. But now, should I, this same man, should I sit, take, proclaim, lead, place myself in service? In service? Should I lose everything and everyone? There's to be enough left inside so that I do not become you. I do not know. But I have hope. You are cruel and arrogant and selfish. But you are more than that. You have always been more than what others saw. You are more than that.
The throne's broken down now. Broken and weathered, but not gone.
Well, looks like I missed everything.
And you're sitting on him.
Did you find what you needed? Glad to hear it, brother. We're done here then, so, what now?
Now, I believe I would like to sit here for a while.
All hail Kratos, the mortal who became the true god of war. Okay, so I don't know if I went over this before. I feel like I did, but I'm gonna try to sum it up as quick as I can, without making it too wordy. Kratos, when he was in his teens, became a Spartan general, and as we learn in this only, not in any of the other games, he faced the barbarian horde because they were invading Greece, and consequently Sparta. And him and his army were the only thing standing between the horde and his beloved city. And barbarians being barbarians, like the cliche, they would have... Well, we're not talking Conan the Barbarian, we're talking more... cliche, missing teeth, brutal savage barbarians. Putting all the barbarian-y things you'd expect. When he was about to be killed, he sold his soul to Ares in exchange for destroying the hordes and allowing Kratos to finish the barbarian king himself. As time went on, Kratos committed atrocities in Ares' name, including the murder of his enemies, the king, innocents, unnamed civilians who weren't reverent enough to Ares, or instead Athena, and his kin, his wife and daughter. That bound his pact, but the night he killed his family, he turned his back on his oath to the god of war, and he was searching for a way to destroy illusions being inflicted upon him by Ares and the Furies, when he was approached by a shade called Orcos. Orcos was the son of Ares and one of the Furies. I think it was the eldest of the three sisters. The sister being the Furies. When Kratos learned Orcos was a Fury, he was reluctant to say the least to trust him. But after speaking to the Oracle of Delphi, Aletheia, she told him that his intentions were pure. Going on that and trusting his instincts, and going out on a limb, oh yeah, Troy Baker and Nolan North. I forgot those two voiced the Thorson brothers. But anyway, Kratos proceeded to the hidden island, which the Furies called the Lair, and that was where the actual eyes of the Oracle, the Eyes of Truth, were hidden. And that's what let him just finally destroy the illusions and confront the Furies directly. After he killed them, Orcos was the only one left, and killing him finally severed his pact to Ares that was bound in blood. As a consequence, however, Kratos regained all of his memories and his free will. And then he swore himself to the service of the Olympians in hopes that after making up for the damage he caused in Ares' name, he would be granted the wish he had of having his memories erased so that he wouldn't have to live with the trauma. This included confronting the goddess of the underworld, Persephone, stopping the Persians' invasion of Greece, and freeing Helios from the grasp of Orpheus, the god of night. Which also led to him binding Atlas into the underworld. And he committed himself fully to serving the gods despite being sick of taking their orders. 10 years after serving the gods, he was given the final task of killing Ares, and when he succeeded, doing so by opening Pandora's box, gaining its power, and unleashing the evil upon the world, he went to Athena asking for his wish to be granted, being rid of the memories that haunted his every waking and dreaming moment. But he was told that his sins would be forgiven, but No man or god could ever forget the terrible deeds he's done. Bullcrap! Giving a man a case of amnesia should have been a simple task for any Olympian. I mean, hit him in the head hard enough and you're good. But when they refused to take away his nightmares, he tried to take his own life. Because what's the point in living if all you've got to look forward to is maddening terror for the rest of your days? That's the way he saw it. And he was denied even that. They dragged him back up from the cliffs where he'd just thrown himself into the ocean, attempting to end it all, and told him, no, you're too useful, you're going to be a god, whether you like it or not. Not long after that, he decided to go and speak to his mother about what happened to his brother, because those memories started to rattle back into place as well. After speaking to Callisto, his mother, she attempted to reveal his parentage and the location of his brother, but she was cursed by Zeus to transform into a monster if she ever tried to reveal any of the Olympians' secrets. When Kratos killed her, she used her dying breath to reveal, I think it was Deimos' location. I didn't play that game, and it's been a long time since I watched that game. But he ended up going to find his brother Deimos, who was imprisoned by Thanatos, the god of death. And on the way there, he ended up killing the daughter of Thanatos. I think her name was Scylla. No, I can't remember her name, but she was like the goddess of fear and torment or something. After finding Deimos and freeing him, he was hysterical with rage, much like Kratos would later be, and they fought. And right as the fight was about to reach its critical point of Deimos killing Kratos, Thanatos stepped in, grabbed Deimos, and jumped off a cliff with him, teleporting them to the Suicide Bluffs, and Kratos kind of just willed himself into recovering from his injuries and chased them. After saving Deimos from falling off a cliff and giving him the arms of Sparta, Kratos' original shield and spear, they confronted his life right at the critical moment, right before Kratos beat the living crap out of Thanatos with his bare hands, ripped him open, and tore out his heart. After laying his brother to rest at the peak of the Suicide Bluffs, he was approached by Athena and told that his ties to Earth were now severed and he was ready to be a god. He was understandably livid, blew Athena off and went back to his throne, and with his stylish new armor, he had a menacing glare, and he was ready to take his contempt out on the world below. Oh, and in the process of all this, he's also the reason Atlantis is at the bottom of the ocean. Or maybe he was the reason Atlantis was destroyed. I don't really know if Atlantis was sunk before or after Kratos got involved. This is when the events of God of War 2 start up. Kratos is leading a campaign of conquest, wrecking everything. Oh, and something I forgot to mention. While he was sitting on the throne and after he left for Olympus, we see that the gravedigger from the first game is placing the body of Callisto, his mother, into a grave and burying her. And we see an empty grave in between Deimos' grave and Callisto's body, which is implied to be intended for Kratos. And the old man says that there's one left. Through a series of events, you can find out in that game's bonus modes that the Gravedigger was Zeus in disguise, and that's how he was able to pull Kratos out of the underworld. Now, there's kind of a weird continuity thing here, where I think it was implied that the reason for this was the evils in Pandora's box, but Zeus dug his way into the underworld in the guise of an old man to free Kratos in case of his death, to destroy Ares. However, he also turns right around and decides he wants Kratos gone, because at the end of Ghost of Sparta, he Kratos asks the same question he did in the first game at like the halfway point. After a flashback, by the gods, what have I become? And the old man tells him that he's become Death, the destroyer of worlds. And that's where we get the first implication that Kratos isn't meant to be a god of war. He's a destroyer, an annihilator of all creation. Now, after that, we go into the events of God of War 2, where he's basically ransacking the entire Earth, and things on Olympus are getting more and more tense by the day. It's unknown how much time passes here, unless there's a lore book or something I haven't read, but when he is in Rhodes, laying waste to the city, an eagle shows up, pokes Kratos in the shoulder, and takes away the magic that has him able to be a mile tall. He assumes this is Athena because she had just warned him that she won't be able to protect him from Olympus for much longer because, well, he's ransacking the world and they're kind of getting irritated. Later we find out that it and the Colossus he was fighting were Zeus's doing. And during the battle with the Colossus, Zeus gives Kratos the Blade of Olympus and tells him, drain your godly powers into the sword, only then will you reach your full potential. And when Kratos skeptically asks why he aids him now, and he says, what I do now, I do for the good of all Olympus. And even when I was in my teens, I knew, yeah, this is a setup. But Kratos, being Kratos, he couldn't resist another power boost. Which, to be honest, I don't know if I'd be able to either. But after the battle with the Colossus leaves him gravely injured, Zeus shows up, takes the blade, and uses it against the now mortal Kratos, after Kratos refuses to swear service to him. This being Kratos' second death and fifth trip to the underworld. Gaia contacts him, who he finds out has been the one narrating his stories up to this point. She heals his wounds and allows him to claw his way out of the underworld, and then he starts heading toward the Island of Fate, where he confronts the Sisters of Fate, along with several other major figures, and uses their magic to go back to the point where Zeus betrayed him. He catches Zeus off guard, knocks him down, takes the Blade of Olympus, and they fight on the peak of Mount Olympus. No, it wasn't Mount Olympus, it was called the Summit of Sacrifice, which might have just been the same mountain from the first game, just a bit further up, right at the peak. I don't know. During that fight, Athena intervenes, and this is actually a big moment, where we find out Kratos has all but abandoned everything except revenge. He falsely surrenders to Zeus, and goes into a position where he's ready to be executed. Zeus about to split Kratos' head with the sword. Kratos uses the Golden Fleece to knock it out of Zeus' grasp, pin Zeus down, and then stab him multiple times. And in his rage, he lunges at Zeus with the blade again when Athena intervenes, and she throws herself in the way, getting impaled by the blade. Now, Athena, being a lesser god, impaled by a blade that is not only unreasonably powerful, but also possesses the power of a war god, one wound is all it takes to kill him. And after she reveals that Kratos actually is the son of Zeus, he decides that he's sick of this, and he's had enough. He goes back to the Island of Fate, reverses his time all the way to the Great War between the Olympians and Titans, and then takes them back with him to Olympus, saying, your son has returned, I bring the destruction of Olympus, directly to Zeus. And that's where the third game takes place. He rampages all up and down the mountain 4 separate times, killing everything that gets in his way, including Poseidon, Hades, Helios, Hermes, and Hercules, and Hera, and the Poseidon Princess, which, I gotta be honest, to this day, thinking about that sequence makes me really... Ugh. It's just a terrible sequence. Kratos could have used a chair or whatever to block a heavy wheel open, and no, he goes through all the trouble of abducting an innocent woman and using her as the prop. And it kills her. And it looks like we're wrapping this up. So, after destroying Olympus, Kratos kills Zeus and comes to Scandinavia. And well, here we are. After all that, it looks like Kratos has finally come to terms with his misdeeds of the past and decided to start moving forward. As a god of hope. Oh! This wasn't their full form. This is feeling epilogue-ish.
Well done, General. I had no doubt you would see this through to the end.
Yeah, it took me a while, after a long hiatus, but I did it. Thank you. I'm gonna get some seaweed on the beach.
Congratulations. I hope Valhalla gave you everything you needed.
Look who's returning from the front gate for once. Something must have happened there.
I take it this is a good sign.
Freya, I will join you. I will try to be what the people need.
Good. I'm very pleased to hear that. And that you found what you needed here.
I am grateful.
Valhalla is at your disposal, Kratos. If you have more you wish to work out, now or later, we will heed the call.
You have mastered Valhalla. Bullcrap. But there is still more work to be done. Continue the cycle to unlock more of Kratos' memories and upgrades. Those seeking a challenge can visit the Desert of Lost Souls, the Aegean Boat, and the Forum in Valhalla's Upper Realms. There's no end to one's self-improvement. That is actually very good advice. The Legacy Rage Path and a special new appearance and armor set for Kratos have been unlocked in both Valhalla and New Game Plus. Huzzah! I'm not going to do another Let's Play in New Game Plus. That'd just be redundant. I'd just be milking it. So, any other adventures I do in campaign mode are probably going to be off screen. Who knows? Maybe I'll record an epic moment or two to toss up.
I can continue my story now.
I am listening.
If you'll remember, my teacher had fallen ill. Everything she taught me, I poured into trying to save her. But it turned out mage healing wasn't enough. I realized that only a combination of mage healing and herbal traditions could save her.
There it is.
But I'd let my knowledge of the herbal arts fade away. And so, I failed her like I failed him. And she passed into Hell's embrace. It took a long time to get over that. Anyway, I'll stop here for now.
She's still not done, huh? Villiers' finest placard. Hunter's Pauldron. Glory of Sparta. Oh, right. He'd switched to his base armor. There's gauntlets. Oh, wait, their names were changed. Pride of Sparta. Mark of Sparta. It's not the armored loincloth anymore. It's his original waist guard. Leviathan Axe. Maximum shine. Blades of Chaos. Maximum shine. Whoa! What is that, a Dark Odyssey skin? Yep, sure is. Black and gold banner. Sold. Round of aggravation. Yeah, this is aggravation. Apparently you need to beat it on max difficulty with max... I'm sorry, I think my brain just had a fit. Oh man, that is so cool. I guess Valhalla is really good for your complexion. Holy shit! Wait a second. Oh, and you can still wear the armors. Wait, Sorrow Sparta? Is there a difference? Oh. Okay. Yeah, those are his original gauntlets. Oh, and it still leaves his knees exposed. Gotcha. Dark Odyssey Blades of Chaos. Oh, those look cool. And... oh, spear. Wicked. Again, the only thing that could top this off would be if I could get Fear Kratos, but you know what? Black and gold tattoo is still pretty cool.
Suppose that was beneficial enough to do another. It's encouraging to know Valhalla wants to help.
Oh. I can just convert 3-to-1 on currencies. Yes. Starting amount. From slaying Valhalla's children. Nice big chunk after each mini-boss. The penalty of breaching. Severely weakens the bearer and slowly drains health until near death for the next attempt. Those to defy the limits of Valhalla. Please mark this sold by television. 1, 3. Oh, I see.
Rage.
Blech. My rage
is maximum!
Whew. He's all done. Ooh, wait. No. Super angry. You need the Leviathan crests again? Ooh. It's convenient. Okay. Alright. I was thinking about doing a victory lap kind of thing here, but I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here, and we'll probably just see what other secrets we can uncover in 1, maybe 2 more episodes. Oh, her milestones are unlocked via purchases.
Gunnar,
For you, each accomplishment is a stepping stone to further greatness.
Dagger armor.
How about we finish up my story?
Finish.
you may speak.
Last time I was telling you how Sigrun helped me harness my anger and hone my skills. Training with her and my other future sisters, I never felt so challenged. Never felt such belonging. But part of me still couldn't believe I deserved to be there. All that community and purpose and meaning could be mine. If only I could master the one enemy I was afraid to face.
Yourself.
Damn right. I had to stop telling myself the story of all I could never be because of where I came from. When I focused instead on my intentions and my preparation, that's when I truly mastered myself. But I'm not telling you anything you don't know. And it's not as though there weren't more trials ahead, more to overcome and master. My point is, I get why you're doing this, and I truly wish you luck.
Thank you, Gunnar.
Just flat out, thank you. Oh, that one. And clear. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, and like I said, we'll probably visit future iterations. Well, we'll probably revisit Valhalla sometime in the nearest future, and see what other craziness we can get into. And good lord, what am I doing? Oh, there it is. I love all these cosmetic upgrades you can do just because. Now, I'm definitely gonna rock the Dark Odyssey look on this thing, because that is sweet. Anyway, thank you all so very much for watching, and for joining Kratos. And until next time, I'd like you all to remember something. Kratos may be a fictional character, but he set a really good example here. Remember the things you did in the past, but don't let them dictate your future. I know that's similar to another point I tried to make in the other video, but honestly, these little bits of mine are not to be taken too seriously. I'm no philosopher, but just... I think we can sum this up into one of the first things Kratos said in God of War 4. No matter what's happened, don't be sorry, be better. Always strive to be better. With that said, I'd like to bid all of you a very fond farewell.